Live a life that is worthy of emulation. Live a life that can attract somebody. Do you desire to be fruitful? The qualification for fruitfulness is that you must abide in him. Settle. When men shall say there is a casting down, you will announce that there is a lifting up. My dear, can I please touch your stomach? Can I please touch your stomach? I will touch your stomach now as I make a decree that bad news is not permitted in connection with and to this pregnancy. Bad news is not permitted. Bad news is not allowed with and in connection to this pregnancy. I speak this as an oracle of God. God bless you. God bless you. Hebrews chapter number 10. I want to read from verse 35. Hebrews 10 from verse 35. Therefore, do not cast away your confidence, which has great, not just a reward, but great reward. 36. For you have need of endurance, so that after you have done the will of God, you may receive the promise. At this juncture, before I talk today, I want to appreciate all of you who have been following us, the thousands of you who have been following us from all over the world. Your comments are encouraging us. The things you are writing and your call to us is of great encouragement, and we will keep pushing till you get to where you are going. I took my reading from the book of Hebrews chapter number 10, and I cannot approach Hebrew without telling you what the book of Hebrew is talking about and the people at that time, because the book of Hebrew is a letter that was written to a certain group of people. Theology called them people that were in apostasy. The book of Hebrew is a book that was written to a group of people that were in apostasy. And apostasy simply means backsliders. Those who were backsliding, those who were losing faith. These were the group of people that the book of Hebrew was written to. And hear this, there was something that pushed them into apostasy. Something made them to backslide. The book of Hebrew, I haven't said this to you, that this book was written to a group of people, a group of folks who were in apostasy at the time, who were backsliding at a time. Something made them to backslide, and something pushed them into that apostasy that they found themselves. And now, what was that? They were pushed into apostasy because of their belief, because of those of them who believed in God and was following the ways of God. And then the generality of the rest of the society began to speak against them, began to walk against them, began to stand against them, and there were battles over their faith, and many of them could not stand that battle, and they begin to backslide and they begin to fail. Now the book of Hebrew was written to them, and that is why and the reason you hear the kind of words that you hear from chapter 1 to the last chapter of the book of Hebrew, because he was looking for a way to restore them back to faith, and that is the reason. Now, having said this to you, now in verse 35, having this in mind, in verse 35 the Bible said, therefore do not cast away your confidence. Though things are happening around you to make you lose confidence in God. Oh my God, it's coming on me now. It's coming on me now. Oh, just hold on a little. I will soon get there. Haven't had the background of the book, haven't known the background of the book, approaching it now will be very easy. Oh, thank God for Brother Paul. He said to Timothy, study to show yourself approved, a servant that needed not to be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. I don't know from where you hear the sound of my voice right now. Is your confidence in God under any form of contention? Is your confidence in your maker under any form of battle? Is your faith being challenged? Is your trust in God being challenged? I don't know from where you hear the sound of my voice. I speak as a voice in the kingdom. I speak as a sent messenger. Is your confidence under contention? Is your faith under struggle? Is the enemy knocking on the door of your faith? Are you about to lose faith? Are you being challenged and troubled on every side? Are things falling apart? Is your faith depleting? What exactly is going on with your faith right now? But I hear the word of God say that I should declare to you, cast not away your confidence. That's a confidence you have in the Lord. When you first believe, there is a trust, that kind of trust that you had upon him when you first come to him, because anyone who must come to him must first believe that he is, and that he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Is there anything challenging that faith right now? Is there anything challenging that belief right now? How are things happening around you? Does it look like you're about to lose faith? Does it look like you're about to lose confidence? I come to you with the word of God. He says, cast not away your confidence. No matter how bad the situation must seem, no matter how difficult things around you may look right now, your confidence is a great tool. Is a great weapon. You need it. You don't have to lose your confidence. When you lose your confidence, you lose your stand in God. When you lose your stand in God, you have a major issue. Don't lose your confidence. Don't lose your confidence. You may not see anything happening right now, but don't lose your confidence. You may not see a reason to continue pushing, but don't lose your confidence. Friends may abandon you, but don't lose your confidence. Family members may deny you, but don't lose your confidence. Relations may talk you down, but don't lose your confidence. Anybody can misunderstand you because of your faith, but don't lose your confidence. Anybody can say anything about you, but don't lose your confidence, because there is something about your confidence. My Bible said that confidence has a great reward. It has a great reward. I trust God even when I don't understand. I trust God. When there is food, I trust him. When there's no food, I trust him. When I can push on, I trust him. When I cannot push on, I trust him. I got no transport money in my pocket, I still trust God. When I have enough, I still trust God. I trust him all the way. Friends abandoned me, but I trust God. Friends talk me down, but I trust God. They said I'm stupid to worship him, but I trust him. They said I lack wisdom to call upon the name of my God, but I still trust him. The business didn't work out, but God didn't fail me. Oh, the money didn't come, but God didn't fail me. Oh, the friends that I had abandoned me, but God did not abandon me. Oh, when people left me, but God did not leave me. When they said no to me, but God did not say no to me. And when they said it is over with me, I have a God who did not say so with them. I have not lost my confidence. I have my confidence in him. My confidence is upon the Lord God of my salvation. I don't know what is going on. I may not understand the circumstances around me, but my confidence is in that. But because there's something that I know, he is the rewarder. Brother, he is the rewarder. Sister, he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him. It may not look like you are winning right now, but don't lose your confidence. It may not look like it is working right now, but don't lose your confidence. I don't know how things are with you. From where you hear the sound of my voice, brother, hold on to your confidence. Cast not away your confidence. Cast not away your trust in the Lord. Cast not away your belief upon the rock of your salvation. Cast not away what you know about him. Cast not away your confidence. People around you may laugh at you. Your business may not be going like you expected. There may be no money in your hand right now. Friends may mock you right now. But don't lose your confidence. They say, God that I know. Situations do not determine who he is. Conditions do not determine who he is. He is God all to himself. Don't cast away your confidence. Things may not work well, but don't cast away your confidence. People may interpret it wrongly, but don't cast away your confidence. People may tell you anything, but don't cast away your confidence. I don't care the advice you're getting right now, but don't cast away your confidence. That's a God that I know. Hold on to him to the end. Don't stop on the way. Don't stop on the way. Don't stop on the way. And hear what he says. Hear what he says. For which has great reward. This your confidence that God is asking you not to cast away has great reward. And there is something about reward. There is something about reward. Reward comes after. At the time of the event, you may not be rewarded immediately. At the time of the happening may not be when you get it. They judged you when it was happening. They didn't wait to the end. Oh, come on now. They concluded the matter when the thing was still in process. They concluded your family when the family was still going through the tough time. They didn't wait to see how it will end. They concluded your matter when the thing was still going on. They didn't wait to hear the last of it. They didn't wait for the conclusion of it. And God says that he is the rewarder. And listen to me, reward comes after the thing is over. Reward does not come at the time when the thing is still happening. Some of them are expecting you to be what God said you will be when the thing is still ongoing. But God is saying, I am the rewarder. I will reward you. For he says, I come with my reward in my hands to give to every man, not according to what they are doing, but according to what they have done. When the thing is in progress, when the thing is in process, he may not talk. Brother, that he is not talking does not mean he has abandoned you. Sister, that he's saying nothing now does not mean you have come to the end of the road. Hold on, the enemy may be the one talking now, but God is waiting for them to conclude. That time when they think that all hope is gone, that is when your God will reply. Oh my God. That's when your God will reply. That's when your God will answer. That's when he will reward. He see what you're going through. He know what you're going through. He know what the wicked is doing right now. He know how they are fighting you right now. He know what your family is going through right now. He know what your business is going through right now. His delay is not his denial. In the eyes of men, God may be delaying, but my God God is not a delaying God. Hold on, he's a rewarder. Hold on, he's a rewarder. He that kept you up until now, he has a plan that no man can describe. He said, I alone know the plan I have for you. He said, it's plan of good and not of evil. He said, to give you future and to give you hope. Hold on, my brother, my sister, hold on. It doesn't matter what is going on right now, but hold on. It doesn't matter how the battle is going on right now, but hold on. He's a rewarder. He may not be talking now that the thing is happening, but hold on. I feel something pushing me in my spirit. I hear the Lord saying, talk to somebody. I don't know whom I'm talking to. Your family may look like you are getting to the end of the road right now. Brother, hold on. After all, he will reward. He's a rewarder. And my Bible said something in the book of Hebrew. My Bible said the reward is not just a reward, it's a great reward. He will not reward you for what you have done only. He will reward you for your confidence. You may not have a reason to still have confidence, but he said, cast not away your confidence. You may see no reason to still move on, but he said, cast not away your confidence. Cast not away your confidence. Do not cast away your confidence. You may turn around and look around and say, God, but where are you? You may turn around and look around and say, God, where were you when this thing happened to me? Where were you? Where were you? Thank God for a little daughter from the city of Samaria. The enemies invaded Samaria. The prophets were there, but the enemy came. The anointed of God were there, but the enemy came. The enemy walked into the house of God, desecrated the temple of God, walked into the house of God, made the mess of the utensils in the house of God. They made the mess of the tabernacle behind the tabernacles. They made the mess of the sacred things that dwelt upon the altar of Jehovah. After that, they made a mess of it. They captured both prophets and they captured the servants of God. And the little girl was taken captive and brought to the house of the captain of the leader of those that invaded Samaria and mixed up Samaria. And she became a maid to the wife of the chief servant. But something happened. That little girl still knew that though the enemy invaded Samaria, though the enemy took away the utensils from the house of God, though the enemy made the mess of the prophetic office of our prophets, though the enemy made the mess of the strength of the army of Israel, though the enemy made the mess of what holds us together and the integrity, the power behind the God that Israel served, but the little girl still know that it doesn't matter what the enemy have done. My confidence upon the God of the prophet is intact. One day she stood up and said to her, madam, she said, madam, if only your husband, my master, will agree, let him go back to Samaria, let him go back to the nation of Israel, not the same way he went before, but this time let him go as a needy. He went before as a warrior, but let him go as a needy. Hey! It may look like you defeated me, but you did not defeat my God. It may look like you have won me, but you did not win my God. It may look like you pushed me down, but I am not down completely. I feel I'm getting better in this place now. I feel I'm getting better right about now. It may look like I'm down and out, but you won't win me completely. That's a God that I have. He may be quiet, but he has a final say. He may not talk now, but he will talk in the end. He may not say a word now, but hold on, I have a rewarder. He may not say a word right now, but hold on, said, if my master will agree, let him go back to Samaria. Hey. He defeated our soldiers, but he's a leprous man. He defeated our soldiers, but he's a leprous man. He has a need that only our God can solve. The strength of his soldiers cannot set him free, but the name of our God can make him free. The little girl was a captive, remember? A slave, remember? But though she was taken as a captive, having been captured when they came to the land and invaded the land, she said, you may capture me, but you did not capture my God. You may enslave me, but my God cannot be a slave. That I came in here as a slave is not the end of my journey. I have confidence in my God, though I'm a slave here. Upon the platform of slavery, I can still talk about my God. Upon the platform of slavery, I can still shout the name of this God. Upon the platform of nobody, I can still talk. My business may not be moving like I want it to, but I have confidence in my God. I will still stay around my shop and shout the God of Talknado. Somebody is mocking me, but you can't shut my mouth. Somebody is laughing at me, but you can't shut my mouth. Somebody say I am stupid, but you can't shut my mouth. I will call upon my God. I will declare my confidence. I will declare my faith. Somebody say you must be stupid, but I said the God of Talknado. Somebody says something is wrong with your head. Everything seems to be falling apart, but hold on, there is a word in my mouth. The God of Talknado. Neighbors are asking me, where is your God? People around me are saying your God have abandoned you. People around me are saying I don't have my head together, but my confidence is intact. I will stay hello. The God of Talknado. The more they try to laugh at me, the more I holla double letter quell. My confidence is intact. I don't care what you do to me, brother, but I will yet wait upon the Lord. I don't care what you say to me, brother, I will yet wait upon the Lord. I don't care how you fight me, brother, I will yet wait upon the Lord, for my confidence is intact. You can tell me anything. You can interpret anything to me. Ladies and gentlemen, that little girl, humanly talking, had no reason to keep her confidence. The question is, if the God that we serve is as powerful as we know, human thinking would say, if he is that powerful, why will he allow his prophets to be humiliated? His prophets were humiliated, but God was not humiliated. That is why when you see the enemy carrying the ark of God's covenant, shut your mouth. What they carried was the ark, but the ark in the ark is still around. Because there's an ark in the ark that makes the ark that the ark is in the presence of arks. When you see them carry the ark of God's covenant, don't conclude yet. Hold on, there is the God behind the ark. When you see them mess things up, hold on, God is watching. The little girl said to her, Madam, if my master will agree, let him return back to Samaria, the same city where he came as a warrior, the same city that he entered as a fighter. He took some of us there as slaves, and I'm one of them. I'm a victim. But there's no problem if he can return back there. Hey! If he can return back there, let him return back there. Let him return back there, not as a fighter this time, but as a needy. Let him go back there. Then let him look for the prophet in the land. There is a prophet in the land. When he was capturing others, there is a prophet he was unable to capture. When he was taking others, there's a prophet he did not take along. The prophet did not talk at that time, but the prophet is in the land. There is somebody he didn't touch. He may not be part of your business, but God will be part of his own business. And I'm fighting to be part of the business of God, but I feel better now. There is a prophet in the land. There is one thing remaining. For the land of Samaria cannot be left without a prophet. For the land of help cannot be left without help. For the city of God cannot be left without the finger of God. And the little girl said, I may be a captive, but my God cannot be a captive. The little girl said, I might be a captive, but my God cannot be a captive. I don't care what they call you, but in the midst of what they call you, can you still raise your voice and shout, the God of Talknado? You didn't hear me. What makes you who you are? It's not how much money you have in your pocket. Neither is it how much money you have in your bank account. But it is how rich you are on the inside. Because out of my belly shall flow the rivers of living waters. It is not out of my bank account. It is not out of my pocket shall flow. When money cannot talk, that is when what is in me begin to talk. Somebody has got the money but has got no power. Somebody has got the money but has got no confidence. Somebody has gotten the money but has got no God. And when your money cannot talk, you will beckon on me, because I have a God that is bigger than money, because I have a God that is bigger than your strength, because I have a God that is bigger than your connection. Somebody may have the money but you are still leprous. There is something in you that needs my help. And the little girl said, I am a captive in this house, but I say God in Samaria. Oh, there's a prophet in Samaria. Oh, there's a God in Samaria. I come from the place of power. I may be your slave here right now, but I got the God of Talknado. I may be a nobody around you here. I may be serving you here, but I have the God of Talknado. That I'm serving you does not take away anything. Can I hear the same holla double letter? Can somebody stand up and holler? Oh, just for a minute, for the first time, jump up and holler, the God of Talknado, the God of Talknado. I may not understand it right now, but I have my confidence. I may not feel it coming, I may not see it happening, but I have my confidence. It may not be happening right now, but my confidence is here. I have a God who is a rewarder. I have a God who understands. I have a God who feels my pain. I have a God who knows what I'm going through. My confidence is intact. Can somebody holler the God of Talknado? There is something that I know. What I know is superior to what I feel. What I know will overtake what I'm going through. What I know will conquer what I'm feeling. What I know is more than what I see. I may be seeing something else right now, but there is a knowledge on the inside of me. I know that my God is able. If there is anybody that should be intimidated, that little girl should be intimidated. True or false? She's in the house of the commander that led the army that defeated Israel, like there was no man in Israel, like there was no soldier in Israel. But hear this. She's living inside the house of the same man as a maid to the wife. Ladies and gentlemen, she will serve the soldiers that serve under the man. She will serve them. She saw their weapons of war. She saw how terrifying they look. She saw how tough they appear. Everything around her were enough to intimidate her. But she saw all of those, but she had her confidence. She knew that I came into this place not by will. I came into this place as one who has been won in the battle. I came into this place as a captive that I cannot free myself from. There was everything around her to shut her up and keep her down. There was everything happening around her to keep her mouth shut. But the little girl said to herself, the armies of Israel were defeated, but the God of Israel was not defeated. You defeated our army, but you did not defeat our God. You defeated our soldiers, but you did not defeat our God. You went into the house of God and desecrated the sacred thing. You took away the utensils from the temple, but the God of the temple you did not touch. Everything may have happened around you. Your landlord is the owner of the building. He owns the big house, but you have a big God. You are owing your landlord, but the God of heaven is not indebted to any man. I may be homeless, but I'm not hopeless. Can I talk to a believer here? I may have no money, but I have something. I have a God whose name is Jehovah Jireh. He's Jehovah Melchizedek. He's Jehovah Rapha. He's Nissi. He's Jehovah El Bahim. I may not have it in my pocket, but I have it in my spirit. Don't judge me by my bank account. Judge me by my heavenly storage. Can I still talk to you some more? Everything happened around the little girl that should make her cast away her confidence. But the little girl said, I may be a slave in this house, but at least I have a God. I have a God in Samaria. I know where I'm coming from. I understand the capacity and the ability of my God. The little girl did not say where was God when they came to Samaria. The little girl is aware that no matter what they have done to the armies of Israel, it doesn't take away who God is. Can I talk to you for one more minute before I conclude? Hear this and take it from me. The little girl said to herself, they've defeated our soldiers. They've taken some of us captive, which I'm a victim, but I won't shut my mouth. She said to her madam, there is a God and there's a prophet in the land. If my master will agree to go. Why did she say if? If my master will not hang on to the fact that he defeated our soldiers, therefore nothing can come out from there. Oh, come on now. If my master will not feel in his heart that the defeat of our soldiers is the defeat of our God. Hear me now. Somebody around you may think that when they carried out evil plan against you, that was something to show that they have defeated your God. It's not true. They saw you coming out this morning, they laughed and they mocked at you. That is more reason you should testify. As you're walking back home now, you don't walk back home with your head down. You walk back home with your shoulders very high. What you don't have is rice for Sunday, but you have a God who is a supplier. Come on now. 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 I'm talking to somebody. When they are cooking their rice in the house, don't put your head down in shame. When they are frying their meat and frying their fish, don't put your head down in shame. Don't pack your children inside and hide them for no reason. They are frying their own stew today, cooking their meat today, but everything in life is turn by turn. When it is your turn, everything will turn to you. If your God allow it today, it's for a reason. As you're walking back home and somebody is saying, oh, yeah, look at them. The people that say they go to church, look at him. They don't have anything. You don't put your head down in shame. Let your confidence be intact. Raise your shoulders very high. What I don't have is some cups of rice, but I have a God. His name is Jehovah Jireh. His name is Jehovah Jireh. His name is Jehovah Sekinu. He can do what he said he will do. I may not have it in my pocket, but I have it in my spirit. Let me conclude, brother. Let me conclude. The little girl said to her madam, there is a major problem in this family and I have the solution. I'm here as a slave, but I'm here for a mission. Anywhere you find yourself, tell yourself one thing, that God allowed me here so that I can serve him here. There's a reason God allowed you to stay there. And until you fulfill the reason why God wants you to stay there, you may not move to the next level. Some of you are overstaying in that condition because you don't want to pass that exam. My friend, pass the exam and move on. One thing you must avoid is shortcuts. I wish I have time to preach this message. Shortcuts end up being the longest cuts. There is no man in this hall that call upon the name of God that God cannot answer. Anytime God is delaying to answer you, he is keeping you at that position so that you can do something for him. Discover what he wants you to do for him, he will move you forward. It is my wish above all things that you may prosper. God wants you to prosper. Anytime prosperity is not in view, there is an exam you need to pass. Anytime prosperity is not in view, you are cutting the ends. You don't have to cut the edge. You don't have to cut the ends. Pass through the process, you will get to where you're going. And hear me now. Once you cross that junction, your light begins to shine brighter and brighter every day. It shines bright and bright every day. I can tell you for sure. I can tell you for sure. That's who God is. That's who God is. Now hear this. The little girl knew that you captured me does not mean you captured my God. Anytime anything happen around you, see reasons in that thing to give God praise. After all, you are not the one that gave yourself life. If your business is crumbling today, you are not the one that lifted the business in the first place. It is by God's divine ability and grace that that business was lifted in the first place. If God allowed the business to fall, keep quiet. Maybe he's taking you down so he may launch you out. If you are sick in your body and somebody is saying, don't you serve the God of Talknado, how can you be sick? Why don't you tell the person that when you were healthy, the person did not make any contribution? It was not by your strength that you were healthy. And now that your health is failing, keep quiet. The same God who gave you strength, there may be something he wants you to learn in that ailment. Learn it that you may move forward. Tell the person that your worship of the God of Talknado is not dependent on your health. If I'm sick, I will worship him. If I'm well, I will worship him. If I'm broke, I will worship him. If I'm rich, I will worship him. I will worship him not because of how much money I have. I will worship him for who he is. I am not a part of his kingdom as one who has come to take advantage of him. I am a part of his kingdom because this is my life. If I die, is Christ. If I live, is Christ. I have no life of my own. I have nothing of my own. There is nothing I own that is mine. When he gives me money, I will return it back to serve him. When he doesn't give me, I will return myself to serve him. If he pleases the Lord, Father, it is okay with me. Father, it is just fine with me. If it pleases you, it is just fine with me. The little girl was a slave in the house, serving not the man but the wife. But she woke up one morning and walked up to the wife and said, Mama, I need to talk to you. Ladies and gentlemen, you need a lot of confidence as a slave to talk to your madam. Can I tell you another thing? Even as a housemaid, you need a lot of confidence to talk on the issues that borders on the family lifeline. How much more the kind of master that she had. You need a lot of confidence. In the first place, how dare you? How dare you? That means you took your time and you had a closer look at my husband to discover that he is leprous. Come on now. Now, can I say something very quickly to you? That man is not just an ordinary soldier. Because as a result of his leprosy, by right, he was not supposed to be allowed to mix up with people. But he had an outstanding ability that covered his leprosy. That even in his state of leprosy, people were willing to still serve and follow him. And can I say this to you? My Bible said that his strength was not ordinary. My Bible said it was God that gave him the strength. I'm a Bible student. Bible history said the Lord strengthened his hands, and through his hands the Lord was defeating nations and winning battles for his people. That is to say, the Lord empowered him for a reason. Now, anytime your enemies are appearing to be more powerful than you are, God wants to teach them a lesson of their life. Somebody take this one. Somebody take this one. Anytime your hater appear to be stronger than you are, it is not a time to cast away your confidence. It is a time for you to keep quiet. Your God wants to humiliate them. Because God will not disgrace Pharaoh until he hardens his heart. Can I talk to you? When he wants to disgrace Pharaoh, he will harden the heart of Pharaoh. He will be the one to say, Pharaoh, let my people go. And still be the one to harden his heart and say, don't let them go. Come. I want you to understand the person of God. God is the person sending Moses. Moses is appearing before Pharaoh. And what is God telling Moses? God is telling Moses, go and tell Pharaoh to let my people go. And the same God hardened the heart of Pharaoh and said, Pharaoh, don't let them go. Because God will want you to disobey him so that he can bring you down. So God orchestrated it for Pharaoh to disobey him so that he can humiliate him. Can I say this to you? By the law of God, he does not punish anybody whose hands are clean. God will allow the enemy to touch you so he can strike the enemy. Because without touching you, there is no legal way to deal with him. Can I talk to you here? There's no legal way to deal with him. He will allow the enemy to touch you. But when the enemy is touching you, don't bother yourself. God is in charge. When he's through using the enemy, can I say this to you? Through the hand of the Lord, the man was winning battles and defeating people. Through the hand of God, God strengthened his hand and he entered Samaria. When he entered Samaria, defeated the soldiers of Samaria. He took people captive and he came back, and his head was swollen and his shoulders were swollen. There are many people today around you whose shoulders are swollen and they think they are victorious. They didn't know they are sowing seeds they will not want to live to reap the fruit. For the end shall justify the means. It may look like they are defeating you today. When Moses went to Pharaoh, Moses said, let my people go. But the same God who sent Moses was the same God who hardened the heart of Pharaoh and said, don't let them go. The same God, though. And then you begin to ask yourself, what manner of God is this? What manner of God is this? The same God who said go is the God who is telling you, son, you know what? Cast not away your confidence. Keep your confidence. No matter what they do around you, keep your confidence. He's advising you ahead of time. He's giving you inside advice. I have a question for you. If the God you serve is the judge of us all, and the judge who is going to judge the matter is telling you, preparing you ahead of time, telling you when you appear in court, this is what you should say. I'm the one who will judge you. But when you appear in court, present your case like this and keep quiet. When the enemy is arguing, when the enemy is brainstorming, when the enemy is presenting his case, no matter what the enemy says, just keep quiet. Be calm. Relax. And you are sure the one who is talking to you is judge. He is not one of the panel of judges. He is the final judge. After he passes judgment, nobody can go for appeal. And he's saying to you, relax. Why are you bothering yourself? Why are you so troubled? The enemy is arguing his matter and you are shaking. You are thinking in your heart that the enemy has won. Because of how the enemy is presenting the case to look so beautiful and so nice. Brother, keep quiet. That was how Pharaoh was. Pharaoh said, I will not let them go. Pharaoh said, let them just move out a little bit, then worship him and return back here. Pharaoh was given condition, and God was hardening his heart. And God was hardening his heart. God will not deal with Pharaoh if he will not push Pharaoh to disobey him. There is somebody around you now that is disobeying God, and that person is doing it with impunity. That person is doing it like you were a nobody. There is somebody around you now that is feeling like he or she is a god. They are feeling like they have defeated you and you're going with your head down. My friend, lift your head up. It doesn't matter what appears in the beginning, but there's a God that you have who has the final say. Can I hear somebody shout amen? If you shout amen, I will talk some few more things. Listen to me here now. It may look like the enemy have won. In the beginning, they shine. In the beginning, they appear strong. In the beginning, they appear heavy. But can I say this to you? That time they are looking like they are succeeding. That is when they are close to their downfall. There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is destruction. In the beginning, it appears good. Listen to me. In the beginning, it may appear that except you belong there, that you are not going anywhere. Brother, stay where you are, for narrow is the way. That broad way leads to nowhere, but the broad way looks attractive. The broad way looks nice to the eyes. Hear me now. The little girl said to her madam, Madam, I have a suggestion for this family. The woman turned around. Who is talking? Number one, the person that is talking does not have good nomenclature. The person that is talking does not have good reputation. Her story may not be palatable. Her story, her history may be nothing to write home about. Don't look at who I am as at the time you meet me. Look at who I have as the God that I serve. The little girl said, Madam, if my master, your husband, will agree, let him go back to Samaria as a needy. Let him go and talk to the prophet in the land. The prophet will heal him and make him whole. He will come back here, not as a leprous man anymore. Thank God for that woman. She took it seriously. Went to her husband. Shared it with her husband. Her husband moved straight to the king. And there was a written letter to that effect. And collected the letter and came to the land and gave the letter to the king of the land. When the letter was given to the king of the land, that is to say, the position of a man does not matter. And I will begin to conclude. The king of the land of Israel was intimidated, but the little slave was not intimidated. The king of the land of Israel had cast away his confidence, but the little girl did not cast her confidence away. The girl was confident intelligent enough to direct the man to the land of Israel for help, but the king of Israel had no faith or confidence. When the letter was handed over to him and he read the letter, he asked a question. He said, am I God? This man is looking for another trouble. He is coming again to kill us. He is coming again to destroy this land. He is coming again to fight us. He is only looking for a means so that he will come and kill us, so he can come and make trouble. He's only looking for reasons so he can come here to destroy us one more time. That is because the king has been defeated. But there's a little girl who is a slave who said, my king may be defeated, but I cannot be defeated. I don't know if there's anybody in this hall who will say anybody can be defeated, but I trust the God that I serve. I feel that thing in me now. I like to get hot in 2 minutes before I leave. The little girl said, the king of Israel may be defeated, the king of Israel may cast away his confidence, but I will not cast away my confidence. There is a God in Samaria, and there's a prophet in Samaria. The prophet in Samaria carry ability. The prophet in Samaria carry divine enablement. The prophet in Samaria can make him whole. Oh, leprosy is not a thing before the God that we serve. But the king of Israel said, I am not God. How can I heal leprosy? How can I do this? I am not able. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the ability. I can't get it on. But the little girl said, I know that my God is able. He is able to make a way even in the wilderness. I know the God that I serve. He is able to do it for me. He is able to restore my business. He is able to restore my life. But that's a God that I know. Oh, that God is a God that maketh a way even where there seem to be no way. I know of a God who maketh a way. While the king was trembling, while the king was complaining and crying, in the midst of his crying, message got to the prophet. Hey! Message got to the prophet that the king of the land has been broken. Now hear this. Hear what the king did. The Bible said the king tore his clothes and wore ash clothes and began to mourn. Why was he mourning? He was mourning in defeat. He was mourning that the nation has been defeated. But there's a little girl in the house who took risk with her life. Can I say this to you? The girl didn't consider, what if the man go to Samaria and come back without healing? He will say, I have deceived him. What is he going to do to me? I will lose my life. And that little girl losing her life there, nobody will ask questions. Come on now. Nobody will ask after her. So she took her own life in her hands. She was ready to extend her faith in God, so much so that her life was on the line and she was not bothered. She was confident enough. She had enough faith that God will not disappoint her. The king of Israel received the letter, but somebody prompted the letter. A little girl prompted the letter. The king received the letter. The little girl prompted the letter and was still relaxing in the house. She didn't escape. She was still in the house waiting. I will wait till my miracle comes. I will wait till my answer shows up. I know the God in whom I trust. I know the God in whom I believe. I am not afraid of what the wicked will do. Neither am I afraid of how the enemy roars and shows up. It doesn't matter what I see right now. Hear me, I have confidence in the God of my salvation. I'm not moved by circumstances, neither am I moved by what men say. I'm only moved by the word of God. Why do I feel better here now? I know the God that I serve. I know he will not let me down. I know he will not leave me. He will not abandon me. I'm the little girl prompted the letter. The king saw the letter and he he tore his robe, he tore his kingly apparel, he wore ash on himself, and the king began to mourn. And the message got to the prophet. The message got to the prophet, and the prophet was told that the king of Israel is mourning right now. The king of this nation is mourning right now. He is mourning because he thought that all hope is gone. He's mourning because he thought that our God cannot set us free. He's mourning because he thought the enemy is stronger than we are. He's mourning because he didn't know the Bible. That the Bible said many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him from them all. He was mourning because he didn't know the Bible. He didn't know the Bible said surely they shall gather, but because the gathering is not of me, they must surely scatter. He was mourning because he didn't know the Bible. He was mourning because he didn't know his God. He didn't know that the Bible said they shall come in one way, but in 7 ways shall they flee. He was mourning because he didn't know the Bible. He didn't know the word of God. He didn't know what the Bible says. He didn't know when the Bible declared, come unto me all you that are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. He didn't know. He didn't know that I serve the God who can do all things. He didn't know that I have a God who can answer prayers. He didn't know his Bible. He didn't know that the word of God declared, call upon me in the day of trouble and I will answer, and I will show you wondrous things. Somebody hear me as I declare the word of my Father. He didn't know what the Bible said. He didn't know the word of God. He didn't know the decrees of our God. Neither did he know the words of my Father. He didn't know what the God of Talknado said. But I read my Bible. My Bible said when he tore his clothes and he wore mourning clothes and he put ashes on himself and he began to mourn, a message got to the prophet, just like a message have gotten to the prophet. And I want to talk right about now. I don't care how you feel, but the letter that was written to you, the letter that was written to your family, oh God of Talknado is about to take over. You can handle it, but God can handle it. You can do it, but God can do it. But I feel a bridge coming on, but I feel power coming on, but I feel grace coming on, but I feel the oil coming on, but I feel the grace of God all about here. I feel the oil of God right about here. I feel the anointing of God all over this house. I feel the power of God all over this building. There is somebody in this place. I don't know what the enemy said before, but I see your help come. I see your deliverance come. I see God say your pains are over, your sorrows are over, your solution is in your hand. But I need to tell somebody something. As the king was mourning and the king was lamenting and the king was agonizing and the king was crying, as the king was weeping and the king was lamenting, oh there is trouble, oh there is pain, oh there is hardship. I don't know who is crying here. I don't know who is weeping now. I don't know who is lamenting now. I don't know who is complaining. Oh, the enemies are all around me. Oh, pains are all around me. Oh, difficulty are all around me. I can see the dawn of a new day. I can see help coming. I can see deliverance coming. I can see the Lord deliver me now. Oh, where will my help come? Oh, from where will my deliverance come? Oh, from where will my God save me? Oh, how do I go? And the king was complaining and the king was crying, and I hear the prophet. He said, what is going on? Somebody slap your neighbor and say, what is going on? You are not slapping your neighbor for me. Slap your neighbor and say, what is going on? When the information got to the prophet shouted, what exactly is going on? Somebody go talk to the king for me. Tell the king, remove the ash on yourself. Direct the trouble to me. Direct that man to me. Send him to the prophet. The prophecy of the little girl was not to send him to the king. The little girl says, send him to the prophet. Going to the king in the first instance was a wrong move. They wanted to show power. They wanted to display connection. But the girl didn't tell them about power. The girl didn't tell them about connection. There is a place where your connection will stop working. And God steps in. The girl did not talk to them about connection. The girl did not say about the king. The girl was not sure of the relationship between God and the king. But the girl was sure of the relationship between the prophet and God. She was not sure of what the king can do, but she was sure of what the prophet can do. She didn't direct him to the king. She directed him to the prophet. But he didn't go to the prophet. He went to the king. When the king could not handle it, the prophet said, tell the king, send him, that man to me. Matatayaga. Can you slap the enemy and say, send that trouble to me? That thing that is disturbing your life, send it to me. But do you know what the prophet said? Read your Bible. Read your Bible. The prophet said, send him to me, and I will show him that there is a God in this land. I will show you that there is a God in this house. I will show you. I will show you. I will show you that there is a God in this house. I will show you. I will show you. I will show you that there is a God in this land. I will show you that there is a God in this house. I will show you that in this place there's a God. I will show you. I will show you there's a God in this land. He says, send him to me. That thing that each time you remember it at the middle of the night, you begin to cry. Send it to me now, and I will show you. Let me phrase it like the prophet did. Send him to me, and I will show him that there's a prophet in this land. Send him to me. That thing that each time you remember it at the middle of the night, you can't help but cry, weep and shed tears in hopelessness and in dismay. Send it to me. I will show you. I will show you that there's a God in this land. I will show you that there's a prophet in this city. I will show you that there's a prophet in this city. I will show you. I will show you. I will show you that there's a God in this land.
Wow! God is out there.
I'm going to give you very quick help right now that people do not get in a hurry. When you look at your life today and you look at the life of your wife, you will value this place the more. You and your wife came in here. I released the word of prophecy on your head. You went and made the money. By the prophecy from this altar, God lifted you, put some money in your hand. You were doing well, driving good car, hitting so hard. Your wife was robust, looking good. Everything was moving on fine. There is something I don't do. I don't take advantage of people. People do not value what they have till they lose it. You people were moving and things were going well. I want to cut the long story short because I want to help you. You were the first to run into the hand of a woman who claimed to be a prophetess. And she told you to go and bring your husband. And you brought him. From the time you brought your husband to her, she finished you people up. Collected your car, collected your money, brought you down, ended your job, and told you that you cannot go. If you go, she will kill you. That's what she told your husband. But there was something your husband did without knowing. Your husband told her that he is here, but that he belonged to Talknado. Let me quote him at exactly how he said it to the woman. He said to the woman, I want Talknado. Can you remember when you told her that? Can you remember when your husband said that to her? I want Talknado. And the woman has this in her program, that nobody that leaves her stays alive. When you tried to leave her the first time, you were shy. Shame was covering you that you couldn't return here. And she struck you with one small sickness. They carried you to hospitals and carried you and carried you and carried you back there. Then she removed what she did and you became well again. Then you became afraid to leave. All those are the small technicalities that the bad and wicked prophet and prophetess uses. When you get to a certain level in life, there are some things you don't do. Even when you know them, you know they are not necessary. I am too big for some things. There are some things I will never do. It's not necessary. I left you. Do you know why I am not moved? By the special grace of God. Anybody that finds himself or herself here, in the whole of the east of Niger, there is nowhere you want to go that I will shake that you might go there. Go to anywhere. Go and find out. There is something we carry that is rare. It's undeniable. There is a part I play in the kingdom that when you finish running around, you will come and relax. All the batokona do it. I am very sure of it. And that is why I don't hold anybody. If you want to try, go and try. And listen, people who have value for us are people who have tried. When you go and try, and then you come back, you know the difference between Ebe and Ebe. You will know the difference between Ebe and Ebe. They have gone, they have tried. It is only the mention of the name that is what the woman had, and she's afraid. She will threaten him, I will kill you. She will say it by mouth, but doing it is an issue. And she didn't know that he did not even have the moral courage to return back after he has left for a very long time. But one day he came on him and he just took the bull by the horn and returned home. Tell everybody who has made a mistake, if they want, they can come back. My hands are open. My heart is open. I will not only welcome you, but I will defend you. I will not only defend you, but I will cover you. And that's what I'm going to do for them right now. And with what is going on in this place right now already, the woman knowing and seeing me and you now, she will hands off. Because if she tried, she want to get to the grave. Because there is something about where we are. The realm of the spirit is not like the physical realm. In the physical realm, people can wag their mouth. In the realm of the spirit, when power jump power, the lesser will fall for the greater. It's a matter of power. It's a matter of kingdom, not a matter of mouth. It's a matter of kingdom. There are people who will not do what I'm doing right now, but the woman, she's aware, she know that she's too small. That is why on we're talking about Talknado, no Macau senior officer.
Power from above. There is power from above.
You have lost a lot in her hands. You know the funny thing about these people? Most times when they collect finally. Do you know that she finally collected the wife? And the wife was completely living with her. To get the wife out of that place became an issue. You're going to promise me something now. I will do something for you. That with which she covered you, I will remove it from you right now. I will allow you come back to marry your husband. All this long you have been living with her. You and your husband will live together again as husband and wife. I'm going to remove that which has been debarring you. While you were coming here, you were getting money, making money. I never told you to give me your car, but you have lost your car to her. I never told you to pay me money. You have lost a lot of money. You have lost a lot in her hands. Now hear me. I will not yet ask you for anything. That is not what I stand for. But I will defend you. There is one of the things she gave you as food to eat. And that thing you ate is what is disturbing you in your stomach. And that thing is moving around you. There is something she put in you that makes you stay in her place. That nobody will talk that you will listen. She became the God that you know. Anything she says in your life is final. That is why now you and your husband cannot have a relationship. Anytime you lie down on the same bed with your husband, that which she used to separate you will come and begin to attack your husband. And attack it. It will look like you people will die. This night you people will sleep together on the same bed. Then you will know the man who carried the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. I will not give you anything to eat. I will not hang anything on you. I will not manipulate you with anything. I will open my mouth and close. The Bible says he sent forth his word. His word healed them and delivered them from destruction. What I will send is the word. Right where she is, her powers will fail her. Her stronghold will fail her. For touching you in the first place, I will shake that place a little. Now listen, you know the painful aspect of it. They are using people to rise, and nobody is talking about them. Can I tell you the reason? The devil does not talk about himself. Nobody is criticizing them. They are the people doing bad. You sponsor the son to travel abroad. Are you aware? Okay. Gathered all your money and that one succeeded in traveling. They are using people to make themselves, and nobody is talking about them. What about me that didn't do anything? Then I'm in the mouth of everybody. And you're hearing blah, 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 blah. And yet we did nothing. And then why are they talking? They are talking because darkness and light has nothing in common. I make people buy the car, they collect the car from them. I pray God bless people with money, they collect the money from them. Nobody is talking. I don't tell the people to give me their car. I collect nobody's car. I don't collect anybody's wife. They collect people's wife. They collect people's daughters. They collect people's children. And nobody is talking about them. They are in the same city, not far from us. And nobody is talking about them. But they are talking about us who say, let God's people be. They are using practical means, giving people things to drink, to do this. We are not giving you anything to drink. I call upon the name of the Lord. I preach the word of God with power and efficacy. I preach the acceptable year of the Lord. And I tell you, thus saith the Lord. And yet they are wagging their mouth. But I don't care. I will holler to the devil gets mad. I will holler more now. Help me tell the wicked. Get ready to talk the talk, but I will prophesy. I will prophesy. I will do my own. I will do my own. Now hear what I'm going to do. The both of you, are you willing to come back together and marry as husband and wife, forgetting all that has transpired? She turned the both of you against each other, and you were fighting yourselves. And she told you that she will kill you. But she's not the one that gave you life. You were on your own. She sent and invited you, destroyed your business, destroyed your life and brought you down. Right now, how you were before you left here is not how you are anymore. Think of her for how long now. And look at how you are. But I know a God who can restore. He can restore. He's a merciful Father. I'm going to do something for you very quickly. That which she hung on your head, that is making her to be able to manipulate you, sending attacks to you. She will not be able to send any attack to you from now. She will not be able to attack you anymore. You lived with her, ate her food, drank her water, stayed under her roof, was manipulated by her. A lot of things was done that I will not say from here that she did to you. But in all of this, if the Son of Man shall set you free, the Bible says you are free indeed. I sit in the place of my office as the carrier of the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. What she put on your head, I remove. What she put inside your stomach, I remove. That is the reason you're drying up. Anything you're eating does not settle in you. You can't find peace. There is no rest of mind. Because your spirit is battling with where she tied you.
Yes, yes.
But right now, I separate your spirit from her hold. Woman, leave this one.
Amen.
Jesus said to the Father, as many as you committed into my hands have I not lost any. My word always is that I will not lose my own. You succeeded in operating in their lives when they left this covering. But now, according to them, and I want to ask the both of you, are you back?
Yes, sir.
You are back for real. You are back for real. So I can defend you as my own. Oh yeah, my puntri be anti-kiss again. You don't have the right. In the realm of the spirit, the Bible said they ran, but they never broke ranks. In the realm of the spirit, I'm a prophet of high function. I sit in the place of my office and I say to you, woman, the three kingdoms that fights for you, two will disappoint you in 5 minutes. They will disappoint you in 5 minutes.
Amen.
I release this man, I release this woman.
Amen.
From your hold.
Amen.
You will not manipulate them again, you will not hold them again.
Amen.
Their business will not be controlled by you. Their family will not be controlled by you.
Amen.
Their relationship will not be controlled by you.
Amen.
If you call them in the realm of the spirit, you will not find them.
Amen. Amen.
When you call them before your mirror, the God of Talknado will answer you.
Amen.
When you invite them in your coven, the God of Talknado will answer you.
Amen.
Leave this one.
Amen.
Leave this one.
Amen.
I bring the both of you back together.
Amen.
Your marriage will be a blessing.
Amen.
There will be no torment on you anymore.
Amen.
Every spirit that is sent to carry out this mission, I stop the operation of that spirit.
Amen.
Sitting in the place of my office, hold your hands together. Sitting in the place of my office, as the carrier of the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado, I sit in my place of office. I release it with my mouth.
Amen.
That both of you are free from spiritual manipulation from this moment. Both of you, I confirm you once again, husband and wife.
Amen.
She cannot stop it.
Amen.
She cannot end it.
Amen.
She cannot separate you.
Amen.
This case is hereby settled. Settled. You were not born with epilepsy. You were 13 years old before it started in your life.
Yes, sir.
It has denied you a lot of things. Now you didn't write jump this year because of this epilepsy.
Yes, sir.
Your schooling, everything about your life is coming to a hold and a full stop because of epilepsy.
Yes, sir.
They've tried to treat you medically. No way. They've tried to treat you with native medicine. No way. English. No way. And this thing happens to you almost every three days.
Yes,
sometimes 2 days.
Yes, sir.
This thing has come to destroy your life. And your mother is crying every day. Why is your mother crying? Because you are her only son. Your father is beginning to lose faith and hope in you, putting it upon the son of the other woman. And it pains your mother so much. But now, wherever you are in this house, I said to you, let them say what they want to say. I will holler and I will do ministry. Anywhere they took your name to. This young man was 13 years of age when they visited home for Xmas. The stepmother carried him and said, I want to go to my people. Let me just carry him. Let us go together and stay 2 days. Carried this boy there and made her father bring something and put in palm wine. And they gave this boy to drink. That reddish thing that they put in the palm wine entered the life of this boy. That's how he became epileptic. Wherever you are in this house, did they do it to your father? Did they do it to your mother? Did they do it to you in any way? Did they do it to your children? Is there any way they bent your life, bent the life of your children? Is there any way they put comma in what you go straight, just to make sure that there is a comma in your life to stop your joy and your progress? Today, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I call upon the God that is able to do all things. I call upon Jehovah right now. I don't care how they did what they did. I don't care who did it. As I release this young man here today, God will release you. Here and now, I don't care who did it, how they did it, but from any kingdom where they are manipulating you, from any kingdom where they bent your life and bent your future, in the name of Jesus Christ, as I settle the case of this young man now, I am settling that matter for you. Those of you who know him, follow him. From this moment, if this young man suffers epilepsy again, Talknado did not come. I will show you that there is a prophet in this land. Right now, in the next 7 minutes, the stepmother will fall inside the church. She will fall inside the church where she went to church now. She will fall inside the church. The epilepsy will do her there. And she will suffer epilepsy from now. And she will die like she wants this young man to die. You will take your place from now. When you get home today, tell your father that Talknado said. Your father used to watch our program, but he doesn't come here. Tell him I don't want him to come either. But let him hear the truth. That I said it was your stepmother that did it to you. That this is not the end of you. You can still write jump next year. You will still go to school. You will still be the son that he wants you to be. Tell him that I said that any day you suffer epilepsy again, he can remove his hands. I put my calling on the line. That way they used to laugh at you. When you will tell them to call you Talknado, they will say, see this one. Now Talknado has come for you. With the power of instant, right from this moment, you will never see or experience epilepsy in your life. This case, as I sit in the place of my office, I decree and declare that this case is hereby settled. How is your the way the thing they make you mad before, it don't make you like that?
No.
Okay, now sleep well be problem now. But you never go mad like before.
Never go mad.
The time I spoke to you, where is your wife?
My wife is here.
Your wife come church today?
Yes, sir.
With your children?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh yeah, where is the wife? Come, my dear. Come quick. The time I talk to your husband, now the madness, I say make the madness come down a little. That time I think.
Yes, sir.
So now your husband say, the thing where they do now, they say, he didn't know they allow him to sleep well.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But he never mad like they mad in that time.
Yes, sir.
So that means that mad the way I talk, that one don't.
Yes, sir.
Don't do like that.
Yes, sir.
So make I talk for sleep on.
Yes, sir.
You want to sleep well. You want to sleep very well.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, come. Oh yeah, make you try sleep well this night. Oh yeah, good. Anytime you see me talk, I am talking as a prophet. Even when I'm joking as a prophet. Because even the joke of a prophet is prophecy. Anytime you hear me talk, if you are wise, be careful. Those words, if they are not for yesterday, they are for today. If they are not for today, they are for tomorrow. There was a day you and this boy came out here. I said, I love this boy.
Yes, sir.
And I said, you people should not stop coming here.
Yes, sir.
How many of you remember I said so? I said, you people should not stop coming here, no matter what.
Yes, sir.
I remember I said, this boy should go and talk to the father.
Yes, sir.
I also remember I said, always bring me this boy.
Yes, sir.
Always bring me this. How many of you still remember? Always bring me this boy.
Yes, sir.
That thing I was saying to you at that time, I was saying it for now, for such a time as this. Now, while you hear me talk in clear terms, the reason we are needed is for raining day like this. $18 days have been set aside since last week, because we're in a new week now. Some 5 days has gone out of it. Remaining 13 days. Within these 13 days, the enemy has set a map and a gap that this boy will not exceed these 18 days. But hear this. You see this boy? That thing I told you, and I said to this boy almost a year ago. Is it true? Almost a year ago. How many of you still remember? What I'm saying, is it true? Did it happen here? That thing I said almost a year ago, over the head of this boy is for now. That was what made this boy to be tied to this grace. Spirit of death visited this boy. Then when the spirit of death visited the boy didn't know what visited him. That was when the boy ran to you and said you should give him Talknado water. When the Talknado water was given to the boy, he heard the Talknado water very strong.
Yes, sir.
And the spirit of death hit him. He fell. Everything was done to take away life from him, but he was holding onto the Talknado water as a mark and the sign of holding onto me, saying, "Don't let me die." Spiritual things are not things you joke with. Spiritual things are not things you play with. Spiritual things are not things you play around with. This boy has more tie to Talknado. That is why he has been able to struggle through these 5 days now. Remaining 13 days. Even you, both of you, your hearts failed you that this boy had gone. Even when you people looked at his condition and thought it was over because of what has happened to him. Even now, he's not completely free.
Yes, sir.
The thing is still happening to him because the spirit is still visiting him. That is the reason. Anytime we warn you, I always say in this place that I'm a prophet, I'm not a member of the fire brigade. If this boy didn't rush to you and say to you, "Give me Talknado water," it would have been a forgotten issue. Now, how strong this boy was holding
it, speaking it on himself. God of Talknado will not die.
And he was shouting, "God of Talknado, I will not die." Look at the little boy shouting, "I will not die, I will not die, I will not die." He's been struggling with death. Now, son, I want to give you help. I'm the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. Anytime the enemy wants to get a person, he will create an atmosphere, give you reasons to live. That was the reason the enemy gave the father that he's not here today. The devil will push you out so that he can mess you up. He's aware that if you remain and stay under this covering, it will be difficult. Even you, your feet is not that strong again. I'm a very open man. I will tell you as it is. But listen to me. When the going gets tough, that is when you get the benefit of where you belong. Such a time as this, those who sprinkle you holy water cannot help you. Those who give you communion cannot help you. Those who tell you stories by mouth, there is nothing they can do. They will watch it happen. There is nothing they know they can do. Because what you don't know, you don't know. No matter how you try to claim what you don't know, this one is more than, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus. This one is more than that one. This Jesus said, this kind can never go. That's a this kind. When it gets to that level, when he get after, gets to a level where you need to prove that there are some things. This boy has been restless. He's been under struggle. Son, I'm the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. I'm sent to help destinies. Well, from the heart of my heart, as one that loves you, I help you in this struggle. You will not look at your mother. You will not look at your father. You will look unto the God of Talknado. Anytime that spirits come after you, call Talknado. Did you hear me? Eh? I give you her. I give you her. I give you her. Go and sit down. We'll have some rest. If you belong to this family, open me your right hand like this. If I'm your prophet, say my prophet. I believe in your God. I believe in you. Fight for me. I stand in this place as sent by God. The battles that you cannot fight, the battles that you cannot handle, the issues that are far and beyond you, I step in as your prophet if I am. And I decree and I declare, you are victorious. You are a victor. They will not defeat you in the secret. They will not defeat you in the open. So long as I'm standing, you will not fall. So long as I'm standing, you will not fall. Person I spoke to here about your sisters that is being heard by a pastor in a church at Omaha. And I mentioned the name of the church.
Yes, sir.
Eh?
Yes, sir.
Were you the person?
Yes, sir.
Listen to me, people of God. Wherever you are here, give me your attention. The devil is not joking, he's not kidding. I prophesied to this family and I said to her that I was coming to my. And I said, keep in touch with me that I will go physically to the place and bring out your sisters. Was that what I said? I said I will go physically and bring out your sisters. Keep in touch with me. Was that what I told you? Oh yeah, you people hear this. The power that does not want her two sisters to be free made her to cut off. Even from the person that directed her here, who would push her to keep contacting me so that I can do that thing I said. And she refused to answer the person's call, not knowing what is stopping her. It got to a point, thank God that that day while I was praying, I covered her only brother, protected her only brother, saying that I do not want the mother to cry, like the pastor said that the mother will cry because she will lose something. And what he wanted her to lose was the only son. And I defended him that day and said he will not die. If not, the devil would have played a fast one. Now, one of the major reasons she is here now is this, and I tell you. She has come, the number one reason is for herself. She doesn't want to die. Because the worst thing now is that on Sunday, the so-called man of God brought out the two sisters outside before the congregation and placed an open course that anybody that want to remove them from his place will die a shameful death. He did that. Now she is afraid, and in her thoughts she doesn't want to die. So I can as well leave the sisters there, pray for her, and let her be free so she can marry, because the man covered her to stop her marriage. So what she actually wants now is, if this thing is going to take my life, my sisters can remain there. Let me be alive. Am I saying your heart? The truth? Eh?
Yes, sir.
God bless you. So I can be free and marry and be alive. But is it right to leave the two sisters with that man and further move have proven that that same man does not only have her two sisters, but have other people's children there, living in that place and keeping them there, including pastor's wife? Eh? Okay, have you also heard the news? You saw it. You people went there yesterday. Yesterday. You people are too much. Now, if this man is doing this kind of a thing and holding people, carrying people's wife and keeping them, using some devilish powers to keep them there and to hold them there, and there's a prophet in this land. There is one in this land who has the capacity to tell him that enough is enough. I should not be quiet, hiding under any pretense. And that is where I'm different. That is where I'm different. You have seen the reason they are calling me now. That's where I'm different. I will not keep quiet. I will not let him do that. This is not right. This is ungodly. This is not acceptable. It is not acceptable. For how long will the church be quiet? And he says anybody that talk will die. But he's aware of the people he's talking to. He's also aware of the people he's challenging. He have heard what Talknado said. I said it open, but he will not want to bring words to this side. He can only warn her, send people to warn her, send people to warn people not to come to Talknado, but he will not want to mention Talknado. What we are going to do, I will not leave your two sisters for him. That is manipulation. That is unacceptable. How can you be carrying people's children, keeping them? These people are trying, keeping them there. Carry people's wife, including pastor's wife. The greedy people want to spoil business for us. They are slowing down our business.
Yes, sir.
Eh?
Yes, sir.
Our business for some time now is not
Yes, sir.
doing as it should do.
Yes, sir.
And then, oh yeah, come. There I go. I'm the man they call Talknado. I carry the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. He cannot kill you in my hands. He can only boast and make noise to put fear in you. The only thing he can do is if he succeeds in putting fears in you, he can be funny. Eh? But so long as you have entered here and you have seen me one-on-one, don't be afraid of him killing you. He can't kill you. The only thing is that you are not serious. I warn you, anybody that is eating with the devil will always have a very long spoon. Listen to me. You have found me, hold me. In the whole of this land, we are not up to 2 that can talk as I'm talking. He's right there at home here. They know they are seeing him, they cannot talk. Why they cannot talk is that they fear the candle and the wicked altar that he has. That altar is too small. If you had done what I said, which is not too late, I will scatter it with my legs. The day I will enter there, I will scatter it with my legs. And there is nothing, he cannot do a jack. If he hear that Talknado is coming, he will escape for his dear life. He will escape. I said that day I was talking to you and I wasn't kidding. I said I will go physically. Was it what I said? I said I will go physically. It's not going to be spiritual. I will go physically. I will hold your two sisters and drag them out of that place. Hear me? You are afraid of the covering because he also needs you very seriously. This man, he needs her very seriously. He wants her to come and also join. To stay there. Is it not true? He needs you very seriously. The man, the man is the ego. Now, don't be afraid you were married. Talknado said so. There's one or two things you need to stop for me. You were married. Number two, we will not leave your sisters. Tell your mother not to join. Your mother know that Talknado have stepped into this matter. Your mother is now the one encouraging you to be coming. Your mother is pushing you to go to Talknado. Even your mother has to shout at you for you to come. Your mother had to raise her voice for you to come. Don't be afraid. One, there is nothing the man will do to anybody that is in my hands. I want you to be serious. Plant your feet strong in this place. When he gets to the level where I can boldly call you my own. Right now, I don't have a spiritual foothold. I need a foothold to go the extra mile. There is no member of your family that belong here. So there is limit to what I can do spiritually. Reason is, right now the question will be, what is my own? Do you understand? What's my own? Who am I actually fighting for? You that is schooling here in Aba, that is living here, that should be coming so that you will be part of the ministry. I will now say, this one is my own. Based on you being my own, I can order what is using to cover your sisters to leave them. Do you understand me? But for you, let me show you sample that will help you. Every attack that he is sending to you, I return it to him. Every word he released over your head that should happen to you, I return it to him. You will not die. You will not stay without a husband. Listen, men will come now, but that does not mean you should give yourself. That thing that don't used to happen before, that men don't look your side, men don't remember you. Now, I remove it from you. But then, don't go and... This is the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. Everybody you are holding there, I give you the last opportunity. Start releasing them on your own. I am getting close. I will soon meet you. This is the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. You can do me nothing. I'm anointed by the Holy Ghost. I want to help your elder sister now, Angela, the custom officer in Lagos. Her subordinate made a mistake and her job is on the line. and the height she has gotten to in custom, if she lose her job now, it's a great loss. Not just to your family, but to all of us, even here in the East. Because there are very few of them with such rank in the Nigerian custom today. We won't let her lose her job. She's at the verge of losing her job. Some things has gone wrong because of her subordinates. They made some mistakes. But one thing about her job is that when your subordinates make mistakes, it will land on you. So that is what she's facing right now. I will give her the kind of help that is hard to find. You will talk to your elder brother to call her today and tell her she doesn't believe in prophets, but this is time for her to believe this one. I'm helping her not just because of her, but because of your mother and your father. She's the breadwinner of the family. She's taking care of everybody. If anything happened to her job now, everybody will suffer. Everybody will suffer. Her husband is doing nothing, and her son is schooling abroad. And she's taking care of a lot of bills. Taking care of your parents, taking care of you people. That you wear clothes is her. I will help her for the name of our God.
Yes, sir.
I speak as an oracle of God. By Monday, they are supposed to carry the whole of the fire from Lagos to Abuja on Monday. Because there is need for men at the top to sit down and discuss the matter. They will carry fires that they will take to Abuja. That fire will disappear.
Amen.
All the evidences, every proof they have in it, they won't see the fire.
Amen.
Should there be any verbal reports, all of them in the office will be in trouble. So this case will die.
Amen.
Everybody will have interest to protect.
Yes, sir.
Make them tell her that Talknado said
Yes, sir.
there will be no case,
Yes, sir.
no discussion. Nobody will call her for query, let alone to answer any issue.
Amen. Amen.
My brother, do you love the Talknado family?
Very much, sir.
Okay? If you love this family, those who try to quench your shop, they came in front of your shop and did something at Okigwe Road there,
Yes.
and did something and nothing seemed to be moving again.
Yes, sir.
The people say, the way people used to do. Come, give me your hand. The people say, okay. The woman that used to sell food with you the same place, you cook your own food and sell. She cook her own and sell.
Yes, sir.
But when you set your own, flies will come from everywhere and be perching on your food. While you will watch her, she will be selling her own. Look at the kind of nonsense things people do.
Pastor, help.
You will keep driving away fly. You and your children will eat the food. Most times from morning till when you will close, one person or two will come to your place to eat, and that's all. She will finish her own and be laughing.
Carry it and throw it away.
She will carry her things and go.
Oh. Pastor, help me. Oh.
As we close this service now, Go and gather more things. Cook as much as you can tomorrow morning.
Oh.
I want to show you something. Cook as much as you can. Tomorrow, the way you people used to cook it in the night against tomorrow morning. Cook as much as you can cook.
I hear you, sir.
No matter what you cook tomorrow, you will finish it tomorrow.
Oh. Amen.
Cook. Listen, Talknado say cook. Cook anyhow. Let me show you sample.
Oh.
So that if you come back, I know what to do. I want to show you sample now. The same way flies used to perch on your food, I am transferring the flies to her now.
Amen.
For whatsoever a man sow, he shall reap it. I'm transferring the flies to her.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow she will see fly.
Oh, Jesus, please for me, oh.
I will teach you people lesson now. I told you that power is not the problem. The problem is people. Woman,
Sir.
listen. Tomorrow, anyhow, no matter the level of rice, no matter the plantain, there is this other one. Is this spaghetti you call it? The one you
Spaghetti,
you
sir.
used to spaghetti. Anyhow, no matter the amount of what you cook tomorrow, before 11 o'clock, every of your food will finish. People will come from far, from near, from other lines. They will be rushed. Tomorrow, you will see people line up. It's not only your daughter that will be washing plate tomorrow. People will wash plates.
His name
Put
is
for me, put for me. Put for me, put for me. Put for me, put for me. Madam, you never sell for me. Madam, give me rice and beans. Madam, put and plantain. Tomorrow you will sell. Somebody holla Talknado. Holla Talknado. Mata yalagas and the yalabos. Ketema yalagaba juneradesh.
I believe, sir.
It is the work of the Spirit.
Oh.
I know what they did for her. I know how to upturn it. I turn it now. Tomorrow, madam,
I believe you,
you
sir.
don't have to cry. Go and sell.
Amen.
Talknado say so.
Amen.
I will not want you to cook small food though. Cook plenty.
Oh.
Put in big, those big. You can put 2, 3. As many as you can put, drop them. Get your this thing ready for putting. I close up the air as I close up the land. I close the powers of the waters and the powers of the sea. Every wicked oppression of hell that was working against her, you will work for her tomorrow. This case is here